Alright, ladies and gents, so today we are going to perform a disassembly and maintenance of this Spyder Spydiechef. Alright, so just prep yourselves. You are going to need in your driver what do we have here? A T8 and a T6. Okay, T6 for the pivot, T8 for the pivot, and T6 for the handle scales. So without further ado, we'll get these out of here. And that's a T8 for the pocket clip as well. Alright, so we got those three that we're going to put up here. Handle, scale, and then, like I said, a good old T8 for the pivot. Oh, pop that out of here, and we'll put that up there. Just try and keep track of your different screws and where they're headed. Okay, so here we have that, and we've got our stop pin. As you can see, it comes apart relatively easily here. I'll just get the phosphor bronze washers off there. Now they've got this in here, this stainless steel insert. We'll just clean that up. Lanyard tube we'll put with the stop pin, and just for the completeness of disassembly, we'll take out the standoffs as well, just to say that we fully disassembled everything. Alright, as you can see, pulling this thing apart is really no big deal. They've made it pretty easy to disassemble. So we'll just put the standoffs there, standoff screws, and like I said, the there we go. The clip is held on by the same type of screw as the pivot. So there we have our T8 and our clip screw, which is a T8, and put that over there like that. Okay, so we officially have our Spydiechef fully disassembled. So now it's time for the cleaning. I like to use the isopropyl alcohol, coming in at a good 99%. Again, it does a fantastic job of cleaning, and it also has the added benefit of drying up super quick because it's got the high alcohol content. Okay, just a little dip with the Q-tip, and we'll get into some of these harder to reach areas like that. Clean that up a bit. Like that. And then we clean that up a bit. And let's not forget in here, make sure that you get a healthy dose of that into the pivot area so it can receive some brand new and shiny grease for our pivot area. Let the knife run that much smoother. Okay, so got that. we'll clean up the actual pivot too. It's a D pivot. It's a D configuration. Let me see if I can get that up for you here. As you can see, it's got that flat area there, and that'll stop your pivot from spinning, which I can't tell you how much I like. Spinning pivots, like, why? Why, oh why do these things even exist? Why do spinning pivots exist? This is a question. Please answer in the comments section if you have an answer to this, because I have yet to find a good reason as to why spinning pivots should even be a thing. Alright, so it is apart. It has been cleaned. As you can see, don't really have anything to do with the scales there. The scales are clean. I have, because of the lock stick, already gone in, but we'll do it again. Good old Sharpie, our friend Sharpie here, can sometimes help with some lock stick, which this knife is guilty of. So we'll just put a little bit of Sharpie in there, see if that'll improve on that, as it has been known to do. Okay, so it's apart, it's clean. Now time for the reassembly. Okay, so then we grab our D-clip, or our D-shaped pivot, reinsert. Oh. Actually, what we'll do, just for ease of everything else, we'll put these just to make life a little bit easier. And these are D too. These are also these also have D-shaped inserts to make sure that they go in properly. So that goes in there like that. And we'll just drop these in first, because trust me, you'll thank yourself later. So that one goes in. Again, make sure that you've got the right side, because it's only shaved off on the one side. So they only go in one way, which is kind of helpful, because sometimes dummies like me will try and put things in the improper way and mess things up a touch. So these things are virtually foolproof. There's the D there. Pop that sucker in. All right. So we've got the standoffs in. And I think I'll throw a little bit of good old KPL pivot lube in on the, you guessed it, the pivot, seeing as that is its intended purpose. So, so that goes in there like so. And you can even, I also like to just drop a little bit right in there like that. Just use the needle tip to kind of spread that around a touch. Drop a little bit in here. Washer, and then just a little bit on the washer. You don't need to go crazy, like I kind of just did. And you drop that on there like so. Don't forget your stop pin. I have reassembled knives without the stop pin in there, and believe me, it's a bit of a pain. So that goes in there like so, like so. And again, just right here where you're going to be putting your phosphor bronze washer. Again, you don't need to overdo it on the lube. Just a couple dots do you just fine. Drop that on there like that. Like so. All right, so now for, oh, and don't forget your lanyard tube, because, you know, no knife is complete without a freaking lanyard tube. I'd like to see those things done away with, but that is another video entirely. Okay, so now we can just place this on top of here, like so, and just kind of press fit it. There you go. That's kind of the sound you're looking for right there. A little bit of a snap into place. Now, if that'll stay like that, we can Loctite. Blue. Use blue. Do not use Satan's blood. You might as well get your arc welder out. Getting this thing apart after using red Loctite is going to be more than a little bit difficult, and you will hate yourself for using it. So please, ladies and gents, don't hate yourself. Use blue. So drop that in there. All right, and then we can just tighten that pivot up like so. We can adjust that in a minute or two once we've got the rest of this stuff reinstalled. Again, drop that in there. And that's in there nice and snug. Number 2 in there. Nice and snug. And the last one. And that's in there. Okay, so a little bit of muss and fuss on the blade here, so we'll just clean that up a touch. All right, so we've done everything but the pocket clip, but I'm going to do that we'll do that right at the last. First, I want to get the pivot kind of dialed in properly, because it does have a, yeah, still a little bit of lock stick, but that's kind of what, yeah, it's just a part of the knife. I've tried a bunch of different Spydiechefs, and I have yet to find a Spydiechef that doesn't have lock stick. Again, there's no insert there, so you're looking at straight titanium on steel. So I imagine over time even you'd get a little bit of galling there. However, even straight from the shop, and after having taken it apart and putting it back together a few times, and having used the Sharpie, we still have a little bit of lock stick. However, oh, thumb got in the way there. Thumb got in the way a bunch of times there. All right, so we've got absolutely no blade wiggle. The action on it, I gotta say, I like. Everything seems to be back together just the way it's supposed to be. We don't see any gaps anywhere in the No gaps or loose fitted spots, as you can see. So it's all back together, all nice and tight. Again, stop pin kind of, oh, come on, focus. There it was there for a second. All right, come on. Okay, apparently, there we go. All right, so just back it up and hit the pause button. Apparently my camera doesn't want to focus all that well. The knife works a heck of a lot better than the camera, I will tell you that much. Okay, so we've got everything back together, cleaned and lubed just the way we like. Centering, perfect. Action is good. Still a bit of blade stick, something I've been battling and will continue to battle. So let's get this pocket clip back on. A Spydiechef pocket clip, not the prettiest thing in the world, not the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen in my life. However, highly functional. All right, so we'll go like this because there we go. So that's in there like that. Again, that's going to be your T8. Fasten that sucker down. Snug her up. Good to go. And there you have your Spydiechef Disassembly and Reassembly and cleaning and maintenance and all of that fun stuff. All right. Thanks again. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.